Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm continuing with my Destiny's Child series, and last week I did wrap up my Destiny's Child discography journey. I listened to all their albums for the first time, and now I'm checking out the solo albums from some of the girls, in particular Kelly Rowland and Beyonce. So we are entering part 2 of this series, the solo albums from Kelly and Beyonce, and to kick it off, I will be checking out Kelly Rowland's debut solo album from 2002. 20 years ago. Kelendria Trinae Rowland is an American singer-songwriter, actress, and television personality. She rose to fame in the late 1990s as a member of Destiny's Child, one of the world's best-selling girl groups of all time. Throughout her career, Kelly has sold over 30 million records as a solo artist and a further 60 million records with Destiny's Child. She did receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame as part of Destiny's Child, and as a solo artist, she has been honored by the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. Kelly did venture into acting and starred in movies such as Freddy vs. Jason in 2003. I remember that movie, and The Seat Filler from 2005. Now, Michelle Williams was the first of the girls to release a debut solo album called Heart to Yours in April of 2002. Kelly Rowland collaborated with American rapper Nelly on the song Dilemma as a solo artist. In order to capitalize on the success of Dilemma, Kelly was forced to complete Simply Deep within a month. Kelly felt pressured by high expectations due to Destiny's Child and their huge success. She later revealed that creating Simply Deep was a challenge, and she was very nervous, but came through with flying colors because of her family and, of course, Destiny's Child. There were days in the studio where I would run out, like, I'm frustrated, I don't want to do this, and they would calm me and tell me that everything was gonna be okay. I got through it because of them. Now, I am looking at the track list, and there are 16 tracks I'll be listening to, and I don't recall hearing any of these songs before, but like always, if I start listening to a song that sounds familiar, I'll let you guys know. I'm particularly excited to be listening to Kelly Rowland's entire catalog of music because I haven't heard many Kelly Rowland songs ever in my life. So it's gonna be nice to finally sit down and hear all of her solo work. But anyway, let's get into it with track 1, Stole.
He was always such a nice boy, the quiet one with good intentions. One kid with the promise, the brightest kid in school. He's not a fool. He's not invisible anymore. With his father's not in a broken crib. Mary's got the same size hands as Marilyn Monroe. She could have been a movie star. Never got the chance to go that far. Now we'll never know. No, no, no. They were crying to the camera, said he never fitted in. Now I wish I would have talked to him, give him the time of day, not turn away. He might have stayed at home playing every chord on his guitar. He walks through that class, everybody knows his name. She could have been a movie star, never got the chance to go that far. Ray was always getting it from 20 feet away. 20 feet, and we're never gonna see him slam, flying high as so we can. Now we'll never, 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 never know. Mary's got the same size hands as Marilyn Monroe. She could have been a movie star, never got the chance to go that far. Now we're never gonna see him sing, flying high as so we can. Now we'll never know. Never know. All together yesterday.
That was track 1, Stole. And I loved everything about this track. I was definitely vibing with it. I like the overall composition, and I like the lyrics. I like the story of what she's telling, and it's also quite catchy, the chorus. It kind of gets stuck in your head. He was always such a nice boy, the quiet one, with good intentions. He was down for his brother, respectful, to his mother, a good boy, but good don't get attention. One kid with a promise, the brightest kid in school, he's not a fool reading books about science. Cause smart stuff is not enough, no. Mary's got the same size hands as Marilyn Monroe. She put her fingers in the imprints at Man's Chinese theater show. She could have been a movie star, never got the chance to go that far. Her life was stole. Now we'll never know. And then she goes on to say he never fit in. He wasn't welcome. He showed up to the parties we was hanging in. Some guys were putting him down, bullying him around. Now I wish I would have talked to him. Give him the time of day, not turn away. If I would have been the one who maybe told his father, he might have stayed at home playing angry chords on his guitar. So I guess Kelly is singing about this boy from school who I guess went down a dark path. He was ignored and he wasn't very popular. And I guess he made some wrong turns in life. He made some bad decisions and he had potential to go far. But now we'll never know because his life was stolen. And also a girl named Mary. And she's got the same size hands as Marilyn Monroe. She could have been a movie star, never got the chance to go that far. Her life was stole. Now we'll never know. Wow, I wasn't expecting Kelly to open the album with a song like this. I particularly like this part. He might have stayed at home playing angry chords on his guitar, and when she said that, we hear an electric guitar playing some aggressive chords. I feel like overall this song is about lost potential, making wrong decisions in life, and because of those wrong decisions, you just never get to live up to your talents or what could have been. Now, Stole was selected as the second single from the album, and I'm quite happy about that. The song Stole discusses 3 different scenarios with teenagers whose lives have been ruined because they have made bad decisions as a result of being misunderstood, involving topics such as gun violence, bullying, suicide, adolescent, pregnancy, and depression. I'm curious to know what led Kelly Rowland to record a song like this. I wonder if it's autobiographical or in some way she can relate to it and these people she's singing about. The song initially divided critics. Some complimented the song's social commentary, Kelly's vocal performance, as well as her willingness to break away from the R&B sounds of Destiny's Child, while others criticized the musical direction and considered it an unusual single choice. When talking about the song, Kelly Rowland said, "I loved the song when I heard the lyrics, and I hoped it would hopefully touch young people and inspire. I don't mean to sound preachy, because it's still got a great melody and a great musical feel behind it, but it was such a great song." Now, Stole was a moderate success for Kelly Rowland. It did chart in many places around the world, several countries. On the US Billboard Hot 100, it peaked at number 27. I can really appreciate the meaning behind this story and what it represents. It's one of those songs that definitely does stick with you. You would have thought Kelly would have opened this album with a more playful, fun R&B track, but that is just not the case. She kind of went the complete opposite direction, which I'm kind of loving. Anyway, let's move on to track number 2, Dilemma featuring Nelly. And I'm curious to know if I've heard this song before. I feel like I might have. Yeah, that's all it took. Oh my god, it's junior high all over again.
She just moved right up the back for me. When that's so big, cause I wait for my cue, but I make this with him mine. Tell me, mom, what's it gonna be? She said, you don't know what you mean to me, even when I'm with my boo. You know I'm crazy over you. I never say a word, I know I start acting tripping. I heard about that girl. No way, hey, and I got special ways to thank you. Right before I turned to leave, she said, you don't know what you mean to me. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Sing it for me, Clay. And I love you, and I need you. I do. Come on, girl. And it's more than you ever know.
That was track 2, Dilemma, and is there anything more 2000s than this song? Oh my god, this is honestly the greatest song of all time. I was getting major nostalgia from this song. Junior high school. That's probably my favorite part of the entire song. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, boy, you know I'm crazy over you. I met this chick and she just moved right up the block from me. She got the hots for me, the finest thing I've ever seen. She got a man and a son though. And that's okay, because I wait for my cue and just listen, play my position like a shortstop, pick up everything. Mommy hitting, and in no time, I plan to make this one here mine. And that's for sure, because I never been the type to break up a happy home. There's something about baby girl I just can't leave alone. So tell me, ma, what's it gonna be? She said, you don't know what you mean to me. Now, this was the lead single from the album, and that was unintentional because when this song became a big hit, that's when Kelly's team decided to rush her album, Simply Deep. The song was also included on Nelly's second album, Nelly. The lyrics describe a man infatuated with a woman committed to an existing relationship. It won the award for Best Rap Sung Performance and was nominated for Record of the Year at the 45th Annual Grammy Awards. It also contains a sample of Patti LaBelle's 1983 song, Love, Need, and Want You. Now, this was a major smash for both Kelly and Nelly. It reached number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and it charted in many places around the world, and it reached number 1 in a lot of other countries as well. I mean, this song is my childhood. How could I forget about this song? I am so disappointed in myself for completely not remembering what this song was. Anyway, let's move on to track 3, Havent Told You. That was track 3, Havent Told You. This is another solid bop on the album. And I'm kind of shook, I won't lie. The overall production on this album isn't what I was expecting. I like the inclusion of the acoustic guitar on this track. And I don't know, I was just vibing with this track. Haven't told you just how much I love you. Only by dreaming, I show my feelings. Haven't told you just how much I love you. Time for revealing, and I will give you something too. A love from me to you. Look in my eyes. You know me so well. Can't you tell that I'm way in too deep? I'm going down, so catch me now. I also liked the build up towards the end of the song. And overall, I would happily listen to this track again. Anyway, let's move on to track 4, Cant Nobody. That was track 4, Cant Nobody. What are these bops? God help me. I won't lie, I wasn't expecting to love this album as much as I am. I mean, what the hell? Sexy. I mean, that chorus, it's so infectious. It is a little annoying, I won't lie. Just a bit annoying, but it's so catchy, it just gets stuck in your head. Trying to let you know what it's all about. I know you want to leave. So many little games silly people play. Don't act foolishly. I'm so real, so soft to the touch. My love, my kiss, so sweet, glorious. The look on your face, anyone can see. No one does it like me. Oh no, can nobody do like me. I was also getting Jennifer Lopez vibes from this track. It sounds like a song Jennifer Lopez would have released on one of her earlier albums, like J-Lo. Was this a single? I'm hoping it was. It was. Yes, mama. The song has Kelly describing an infatuation as she tries to convince the object of desire of her charms and advantages. The song received little commercial response in Kelly's native country, the US, and it was less successful than the previous single Stole. It only reached number 97 on the US Billboard Hot 100, which is criminal. I don't know, maybe I'm one of the very few who actually really like this song. I think it's a fun little bop, and I could definitely see myself listening to it again. Justice for Cant Nobody. Hashtag justice for Cant Nobody. I kind of wish they would have named the song Oh no, instead of Cant Nobody, or oh no, or something like that. Or no, or oh no. Anyway, let's move on to track 5, Love Hate.
Kelly, let him know. I am so in love, I am so in hate. Never was the type to let someone like you get up under my skin. No. See, I love to love you, boy, and I love to hate you. But I got to let you know, I'ma have to let you go. Wonder who is right, wonder who is wrong. I'm just feeling some tension. I made my decision, yes, just to try and work things. So goodbye, baby.
That was track 5, Love Hate. Another solid track on the album that I thought was quite catchy. I really am enjoying the production on this album. There was also an electric guitar playing towards the end of the song. See, I love to love you, boy, and I love to hate you. I am so in love, I am so in hate, I just can't comprehend it. You getting me so high, you getting me so low, I can't show what I'm feeling. Never was the type to let someone like you get up under my skin. Tried like hell, you can't, or I should say you didn't care for real, you stepped on my feelings. You're not worth it, I'm tired of all the ups and downs, so goodbye, I'm leaving, made up my mind. This is another song on the album that I would listen to again. I mean, so far, 5 for 5. I have enjoyed each and every one of these 5 songs so far. Anyway, let's move on to track 6, Simply Deep.
Is anybody home in there? I simply wanted you to hear the cry of my lips, never ending start. So intrigued by the things you do. From my eyes, I vision you. Everlasting love is simply deep. When I'm with you, time seems to take a rest. You say with me you're never liable to pain. Never love another. From my eyes, I vision you. My lips swings to your heartbeat. Simply deep.
That was track 6, Simply Deep, and once again we hear the guitar on this track, and that's something I wasn't expecting to hear a lot of going into this album. Is anybody home in there? I unexpectedly dropped by your heart. I simply wanted you to hear the cry of my love's never-ending start, impossible escaping you, and circumstances never stand a chance, so intrigued by the things you do. Each second spent is timeless. When I'm with you, time seems to take a rest. No routines ever lay with us, cause everything is new when you're in love. So delighted that you feel the same. Lyrically, this song is quite beautiful. It was co-written by Solange. But overall, I couldn't really get into this track. I don't find it as interesting or intriguing as a lot of the other songs I just listened to. So I probably wouldn't really listen to this song again. So let's move on to track 7, Love Lives in Strange Places.
Love lives in strange places. You had a nice shirt, nice fit, nice eyes, but it's not the one I choose. Didn't think he was the one to treat me right. Said, love lives in strange places. Please suspect. You'll never know until you just let go. Just let go. She always happy when she gets a page, but it's not love. Girl, it's not at home. So if you want the one who reaches deep, whoa, love lives in strange places. You'll never know until you just let go. Just let go. Like the child of destiny. So just have faith. Just let whatever you stand, never show. Just like mine. Find you. Love lives in strange places. You'll never know. Just let go. Love lives in strange places. Yeah.
That was track 7, Love Lives in Strange Places. And I think out of all the songs I've listened to so far, this one sounds the most like a Destiny's Child song. We hear some nice harmonies, and I think vocally, this is my favorite song from Kelly Rowland. I also like the guitar riff on this track. It was quite memorable. Love lives in strange places. It's the obvious that never shows. It might find you when you least expect it. You'll never know until you just let go. Now my baby sister's got two-way and a cell phone. She's always happy when she gets a page. But that's not love, girl. That's not a home. Real love isn't digital, isn't physical. It's the one that can reach inside, and you don't know why, but it makes you whole. Amen. However, I don't like the lyric. It's in the corners of the sky, in the shadows of your mind, the unexpected suddenly like the child of destiny. Girl. I thought this track was quite beautiful, and Kelly Rowland was also a co-writer, and I would listen to it again. So let's move on to track 8, Obsession.
Obsession. I wanna be everything you need. The closest thing to epidemics like the Odyssey. Your central touch. It's all too much. I speak your tone. Dance to your song. It's very moonlight. Replay over life. Yeah, you're my one.
That was track 8, Obsession, and I did not like this song at all. I think it's a pretty horrible R&B song. It sounds like a song that was pumped out of a machine. You tell this machine to make you a generic sounding R&B track in less than 1 minute, and it spits out this. I want to be the everything you need, the every sight you see, the closest thing to epidemic, slightly your disease, a love without a cure, no austerities for sure, the closest thing to alcohol that calls you back for more. I really don't like these lyrics. Have you seen the way I look at you? My eyes glare along with fireflies in the night. Your response is only a test, and obviously I failed because you're my obsession. I honestly have nothing more to say about the song, so let's just move on to track 9, Heaven.
I wanna love together now that I have you. Honest breeze on summer day, up the sun after rain. If you're far away, I want you near my side. Say the word, so in love. I have found love's treasure in this ocean of pleasure. Oh, love, what have you done to me is crazy. When I see your eyes from above, love is all of that. I'm so at home. Whoa, you keep me so warm. Keep me so warm.
That was track 9, Heaven. And instead of heaven, while listening to the song, I kind of felt like I was in purgatory. It kind of reminds me of a steamy Janet Jackson love ballad, but without the sexuality or steaminess or memorability. I just thought overall this song was quite boring. I want to love together, kissing and touching feels better. Now that I have you, I couldn't ask for nothing more. Like a misty breeze on a summer day, or the warmth of sun after rain, you always seem to balance me with your love. I've found love's treasure in this ocean of pleasure. I like that. And now that I have you, I won't search for anything more. So I like the lyrics, they are quite cute. And I just overall thought this song was very, very boring. Anyway, let's move on to track 10, Past 12.
If I go on the floor, there's a chance he'll notice me. Oh, take it slow, baby, won't you keep it right here? Get in your truck, as long as it's sitting on dubs, it's love. It's 12 o'clock, and I'm trying to put it on lock. Baby, you know I don't stop. It's 12 o'clock, and I'm trying to keep it on lock. Must admit that I'm not so bold when it comes to other guys. And I hope that this is a thing I won't regret when the morning comes. Take it slow, baby, won't you keep it right there? Keep it right there. Oh no, it's 12 o'clock, and I'm trying to put it on lock. Baby, sure the party don't stop if you're gonna be with me. Boy, I want you to know that, boy, your hands, it's 12 o'clock, and I'm trying to put it on lock. Wanna put it on lock, don't stop, and we'll see if you're gonna be with me.
That was track 10, Past 12. And I thought this was a funky little R&B track, and it was cute. I do prefer this track over Obsession and Heaven. I met this guy, he was always on the floor, but he's dancing by himself. I don't know why, because he's looking hot to death. So I began to think if I go out on the floor, there's a chance he'll notice me. And when he did, it was poppin' sweet. It's past 12 o'clock and I'm trying to put it on lock, making sure the parties don't stop, bottles stay popped. Think I'm feeling what you got all night. This is such a carefree song. It's so playful and it's just a classic sounding dance R&B track. It's not one of my favorites on the album, but I still had fun listening to it. Anyway, let's move on to track 11, Every Time You Walk Out That Door.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The table set for dinner, only just for us. Remembering all of the crazy laughs we shared. I can hear your voice still calling out my name. Imagining your kisses when I close my eyes. Holding me. A house is not a home when I'm alone here. And all I see are clouds outside my window. And in the morning as I slowly wash my face, but my reflection staring tells me everything. I can hear your voice still calling out my name. It's me, baby. Imagining your kisses when I close my eyes. Holding me. A house is not a home when I'm alone here. Every time you walk out. But my life is so much better with you here by my side. Summer turns to winter. Every time you walk out that door. Home is not a home. And all I see are clouds outside my window. Every time you walk out.
That was track 11, Every Time You Walk Out That Door. And I think this is the best song since track 7, Love Lies in Strange Places. I like the overall harmonies and energy of this track. The table set for dinner only just for one, staring at your empty chair, remembering all of the crazy laughs we shared last time you were sitting there. I can hear your voice still calling out my name and smell your scent upon the pillow next to me. Imagining your kisses when I close my eyes, they don't replace you holding me. And then she goes on to say, a house is not a home when I'm alone here. Summer turns to winter when you are gone, and all I see are clouds outside my window every time you walk out that door. I think story-wise and lyrically, this might be one of my favorite tracks on the album so far. Another element of the song is we hear rain and thunder in the background during the beginning and the ending of the song. And that alone adds to the overall emotion of the song. So we are gonna move on to track 12, Train on a Track.
Daffodils and kisses, sailing without a destination. Sailing, inside a real involuntary motion. Would you fall in love? Sunrise and dusk, waving. I've already seen all these loves in the air again.
That was track 12, Train on a Track, and this was a nice song. I like the chorus, and the harmonies were beautiful. I thought this was a beautiful track. I also like the guitar. I wonder if he knows I've been watching him, and I wonder if he knows I can feed him, feel him, not feed him. And I wonder in my dreams when I'm sleeping and I'm keeping him close to me, I'm thinking he's the thunder, I'm the lightning. I'm thinking maybe we can come together. And I'm thinking we can bring the rain, like a train on a track, the spokes inside a wheel, involuntary motion like rolling downhill. And there's no way to stop it. It's a natural thing, like sunrise and dusk, snowflakes, waterfalls. This was a nice, tender, sweet song, and I liked listening to it. It's not one of my favorites on the album, but I would maybe listen to it again. Now, Train on the Track was released as the fourth single from the album. The love song has Kelly singing about a person whom she considers her equal in every manner. Some people have compared it to Natalie Imbruglia's song Torn. Oh yeah, I can hear that. But let's move on to track 13, Beyond Imagination.
You speak on what do you hear? This home's full of rituals. Tired of preaching sermons and father's vacation. Permanent, I gotta go to somewhere beyond imagination's flow. Hear my tone. Your life seems dysfunctional, showing signs of depression. Your heat burns me like lava. To somewhere beyond imagination's flow. Manifest ability, let go of time, get away. Experience only allows what I will learn. My tone. I hear your tone, and you're so not alone. And you're so not alone.
That was track 13, Beyond Imagination, and this is definitely one of the more intriguing songs on the album, production-wise. It's the most rock-oriented, I think, and we also hear violins. Very different and unexpected. You speak only what you hear, easily influential, so secluded no one's near. This home's full of rituals, your mother's going on strike, tired of preaching sermons, and father's vacation tonight is somewhat permanent. I gotta go to somewhere beyond imagination's flow. Life's falling over and crashing, your heat burns through like lava and rapes your problem solver. Now go to somewhere beyond imagination's flow. I also found this song lyrically to be quite intriguing and different. It's definitely the black sheep of the album, I think, in terms of how different it sounds. It was also co-written by Solange, which is nice. I did like listening to the song for the first time, but it's not really a song I would typically listen to again. Anyway, let's move on to track 14, Make You Wanna Stay, featuring Joe Biden. I mean, Budden.
Yeah. Go, Joe Budden, hold up, stop. Wait a minute, I gotta admit it, shorty, you did it. And you see me in the gut and I'm scheming, looking you up, down, and up, is you down?
It's been a minute. We've been talking on the phone. Say you wanna meet me. Baby, it's way too long. So I'ma show you I'm for real, for real. I'm gonna make you want me. Ooh, I'm gonna make you mine. Make you want me. Never gonna want no one. Oh, baby, I'm gonna make you mine. Gonna make you wanna say, baby. I'm gonna make you, make you, make you.
Plain white is all a part of me. Put your rim game up first, my bim game's up first. See the Porsche's gleam, can tell a real thing from you other stolen D's in a walk.
Make you wanna stay, wanna stay, make you wanna stay, wanna stay, make you wanna stay, make you stay, make you wanna stay, make you stay, make you stay.
That was track 14, Make You Wanna Stay, and I like the overall production on this track. It's the most hip-hop sounding song on the album so far, I think, and I liked the chorus. It's not really a song I would go back to again. I liked listening to it for the first time, but I'm not really rushing out to listen to it again. It's a nice little hip-hop track. It's been a minute, we've been talking on the phone, hit me on my two-way, turning me on, and I'm about to lose my mind. I'm gonna make you want me. I'm gonna make you come see me. Never gonna want no one but me. I'm gonna make you mine. So lyrically, this song doesn't really have much going for it, but I still thought the production was hot, and I also liked Joe Budden, who I've actually never heard of before, and I also liked the chorus and melody. But anyway, let's move on to track 15, Un, Femme and Prison.
Fois que je l'ai vu, j'étais venu pour faire un concert, jamais j'aurais cru. Tout dans une prison et mon cœur explose pour détendre l'atmosphère de ces filles qu'on a cancer. Déguisées sur les scènes du temps, leur joie s'est envolée comme ce qu'on a de plus cher.
No one can understand. It's without hope. Your freedom has no meaning. Without love,
Et surtout leur passé, elles ne parlent pas du présent, mais que de leur passé. Elles me disent passe le bonjour en lit, je repense à leur mélancolie. Celles qui reçoivent très peu de lettres, la montagne. Ton corps est prisonnier, mais fais évader ton âme.
the struggle never ends. Your dreams,
Qui ont craqué, comment les réconforter. Y a même des nourrissons qui dorment dans cette prison. Merci.
no one can understand. Without dreams, your freedom has no meaning. No one without hope. The struggle never ends. Without love.
That was track 15, Un, Femme and Prison, and this is a Stomy, Bugsy song. His parts, the verses, are in French, and Kelly's parts, the chorus, are in English. It's a song by French rapper Stomy Bugsy featuring Kelly Rowland. The translation of the title is A Woman in Jail. I really did enjoy this track. I essentially liked everything about it. And even though the majority of it is in French, I would listen to it again. I thought it was quite memorable. I liked the overall production. And I liked the chemistry between Stomy and Kelly. So I think it was great. But we have made it to the end of the album, track 17, No Coincidence.
Two distant hearts on a map, both going nowhere fast. There's no coincidence. There's love. She scrambles through her purse. He rushed in through the front. They start to dance. To this day, they're still dancing. How each little bit of stuff makes up one big constellation. Love is no coincidence. He snapped a photograph. He can save him an operation. Neither can a prove hesitation. XLOV. Love is amazing. It's perfection. Truly heaven sent. It's evident that love is no coincidence. How each little bit of stuff makes up
track 17, No Coincidence, and I loved the synths on this track. Was not expecting it, and I thought it was a cute little song. I was definitely vibing with it. Two distant hearts on a map, both going nowhere fast, both late for an appointment. They end up together in a city cab. They share a fare and some friendly conversation. That's no coincidence, that's love. They start to dance till this day. They're still dancing. That's no coincidence, that's love. It's amazing, it's perfection. How each little bitty star makes up one big constellation of people. Getting connected, it's truly heaven sent. It's evident. I do like the lyrics of this track. I like the story and the overall production. So I would listen to this track again. So that was all 16 tracks of Simply Deep by Kelly Rowland. And I was quite surprised listening to this album, production-wise. The different genres she was playing around with. This wasn't a straightforward R&B album like I was expecting it to be. R&B with some pop, an R&B pop album. That's kind of what I was expecting. And that's kind of what we got. But we also got a lot of unexpected moments, pop rock moments with the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar, and there were some synths and French, and there were just a lot of other things, a concoction of different sounds on this album. This definitely doesn't sound like a Destiny's Child album. There were parts where, on some of the tracks, we'd hear harmonies, and that kind of reminded me of Destiny's Child, but that's about it. We also hear from Solange on this album. She was a songwriter on some of these tracks. I also liked the songwriting and stories on this album. A lot of talk of love and passion and admiration. I also enjoyed her vocals. I thought her vocals were quite strong on this album. I wasn't expecting to love this album as much as I did. And I think this is a great debut solo album from Kelly Rowland. There were a few misses, in my opinion, during particularly the middle part of the album. So overall, there are quite a few songs on here that I would gladly listen to again. There were a lot of memorable, catchy melodies and choruses and riffs. I mean, considering this album was recorded in 3 weeks, and it was essentially rushed, it does sound quite good. But I know Kelly Rowland is capable of a lot more, and she still has a few more albums I have to listen to, so it's going to be very interesting to hear how she grows through the years and through the decades as she matures. So what did you guys think of this album, and what are your impressions of it? Maybe you don't like it as much as me. Tell me why. So in my next video, I will be moving on to Beyonce's debut solo album, but in my next Kelly Rowland video, I will be listening to Miss Kelly, her second album from 2007. I'm very much looking forward to that, and thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram, you can message me and say, hey, how are you? And I will see you next time. Take care.